Imagine approaching a home where nothing feels excessive, yet every detail communicates sophistication. The architecture is calm, refined, and remarkably confident. This is the essence of minimalist luxury house design, a philosophy that transforms simplicity into an expression of prestige. In today's video, we will explore beautiful prestige home models that demonstrate how modern architecture can combine elegance, functionality, comfort, and timeless character, rather than depending on unnecessary decoration. These homes use proportion, materials, natural light, landscaping, and carefully planned spaces to create an unforgettable experience. The result is luxury that feels effortless, contemporary, and deeply connected to modern living. Minimalist luxury is not simply about making a house look empty or using fewer decorations. It is about making deliberate architectural decisions and allowing every element to have a purpose. A successful minimalist home carefully balances form and function, creating spaces that feel spacious without becoming cold. Architects often focus on clean geometry, restrained material palettes, generous openings, and visual continuity between rooms. Luxury emerges from the quality of these decisions rather than from excessive ornamentation. When architecture is carefully composed, even a simple wall, staircase, or window can become a powerful design feature. This approach creates homes that are visually sophisticated while remaining comfortable and practical. One of the most important lessons in luxury residential architecture is the power of proportion. A beautiful house does not necessarily need a complicated shape. Instead, its volumes must relate to one another harmoniously. Architects study the height, width, depth, and rhythm of each building element to create visual balance. Large horizontal forms can make a residence feel grounded, while vertical elements can emphasize elegance and openness. Carefully positioned voids, terraces, balconies, and recessed entrances further strengthen the composition. When proportions are successful, the house feels naturally elegant even before materials and furnishings are introduced. This demonstrates why architectural beauty often begins with geometry rather than decoration. The entrance is one of the most important moments in a luxury residence because it establishes the character of the entire home. Instead of relying on elaborate ornamentation, minimalist architecture often creates drama through scale, shadow, texture, and perspective. A long pathway can guide visitors toward a recessed doorway, while a dramatic overhang can provide shelter and emphasize the entrance. Natural stone walls, timber accents, architectural lighting, and carefully selected landscaping can reinforce the sense of arrival. The best entrances do not reveal everything immediately. They create anticipation, gradually introducing the architecture and encouraging visitors to discover the home rather than simply seeing it all at once. Materials play a central role in creating the atmosphere of minimalist luxury. Stone, concrete, timber, glass, metal, and textured plaster can be combined in sophisticated ways without overwhelming the architecture. The key is consistency. Instead of using many unrelated finishes, designers often select a limited palette and allow differences in texture and natural character to provide visual interest. Warm timber can soften concrete, natural stone can add permanence, and large glass surfaces can introduce transparency. Even seemingly simple materials become luxurious when they are detailed precisely. This teaches an important architectural principle. Prestige often comes not from expensive materials alone, but from how intelligently those materials are selected, combined, and executed. Natural light can completely transform a minimalist house. Rather than treating windows simply as openings, architects can use them as tools for shaping atmosphere and movement throughout the day. Large glass walls can connect interiors with gardens, while skylights can introduce sunlight into private areas. Narrow vertical openings may create dramatic beams of light across textured surfaces. Clear-story windows can illuminate ceilings without sacrificing privacy. As the sun moves, shadows continuously change the character of the interior. This makes natural light almost like another architectural material. A successful luxury home therefore considers not only what the building looks like during the day, but how sunlight will interact with it from morning until evening. One defining characteristic of contemporary luxury homes is the seamless relationship between interior and exterior spaces. Sliding glass doors, covered terraces, outdoor lounges, infinity pools, courtyards, and landscaped gardens can extend the perceived size of the living environment. Instead of treating the garden as a separate area, architects can design it as an extension of the interior. Similar flooring tones, repeated materials, and aligned ceiling structures can visually connect both environments. This approach creates a stronger sense of openness and encourages residents to experience nature as part of everyday life. In warm climates especially, thoughtful indoor-outdoor planning can improve comfort while creating an elegant resort-like atmosphere. Open-plan interiors are another defining feature of minimalist luxury design. By reducing unnecessary partitions, architects can create larger visual fields, and allow natural light to travel deeper into the house. A living room may flow naturally into a dining area and kitchen, creating a social environment where family members remain connected. However, open planning does not mean that every space must feel identical. Changes in ceiling height, furniture arrangement, lighting, flooring, or material can subtly define different zones. The educational lesson is that openness should be carefully controlled. A successful open-plan residence provides freedom and connection while still giving each activity its own sense of identity and comfort. In modern prestige homes, the kitchen has evolved from a purely functional workspace into an important architectural feature. Minimalist kitchens often use concealed storage, integrated appliances, large islands, and uninterrupted cabinetry to create a clean visual composition. Stone countertops can become sculptural surfaces, while timber or textured finishes introduce warmth. The absence of unnecessary handles and visual clutter reinforces the minimalist aesthetic. At the same time, functionality remains essential. Good kitchen design considers movement, preparation zones, storage, lighting, ventilation, and social interaction. The most impressive kitchens therefore combine beautiful proportions with practical planning, demonstrating that luxury is strongest when aesthetics and everyday usability work together. A luxury bedroom should feel less like an ordinary sleeping area and more like a private retreat. Minimalist architecture achieves this through calm colors, soft textures, controlled lighting, and carefully framed views. Large windows can reveal gardens or distant landscapes, while strategically positioned openings preserve privacy. Built-in wardrobes help maintain visual simplicity by reducing clutter. Some designs extend the bedroom toward a private terrace, courtyard, or garden, creating a stronger relationship with nature. The educational principle here is that luxury is closely connected to emotional comfort. A successful bedroom should not merely appear beautiful in photographs. It should create an atmosphere where residents can slow down, relax, and disconnect from the demands of daily life. The modern luxury bathroom increasingly resembles a private wellness retreat. Natural stone, large format tiles, frameless glass, floating vanities, sculptural bathtubs, and carefully integrated lighting can create a serene environment. Minimalist bathrooms often hide plumbing and storage elements to maintain visual cleanliness. Large windows or private courtyards may introduce daylight and greenery, while indirect lighting creates a softer atmosphere at night. From an architectural perspective, the most successful bathrooms balance privacy, ventilation, durability, and sensory experience. Materials should resist moisture while maintaining their appearance over time. This is an excellent example of how minimalist design can turn an everyday functional room into a sophisticated and restorative part of the home. Staircases can become some of the most memorable elements in a minimalist luxury residence. A floating staircase, for example, can create the impression that each step is suspended in space, producing a lightweight and elegant visual effect. Glass balustrades can enhance transparency, while timber or stone steps introduce warmth and texture. Architects may also use dramatic voids, skylights, or double height spaces to turn circulation into an architectural experience. These details demonstrate that functional elements do not need to be visually ordinary. When carefully designed, stairs, railings, doors, and ceilings can become sculptural components that contribute directly to the identity and prestige of the residence. One of the secrets behind the clean appearance of luxury minimalist interiors is often invisible: intelligent storage. Beautiful spaces can quickly become chaotic when everyday objects are left exposed. Architects therefore integrate wardrobes, cabinets, utility rooms, and concealed shelving into the architecture itself. Full-height cabinetry can disappear into walls, while hidden doors can create uninterrupted surfaces. This approach allows residents to maintain practical living spaces without compromising visual simplicity. It also highlights an important distinction between minimalist architecture and simply owning fewer possessions. Good minimalist design provides systems that make organized living easier. Luxury is therefore expressed through convenience, efficiency, and the ability to maintain a calm environment. A prestigious house is rarely complete without thoughtful landscape architecture. Plants, water features, stone pathways, trees, and courtyards can strengthen the relationship between the building and its surroundings. Instead of adding landscaping after construction, contemporary architects increasingly consider it from the beginning of the design process. Trees can frame views, provide shade, and improve privacy, while planted courtyards can bring greenery directly into the center of the home. Water can introduce reflections and movement, creating a sense of calm. The result is an environment where architecture and nature appear to belong together. This integrated approach can make even a simple building feel extraordinary. Minimalist architecture becomes especially dramatic when designers understand the relationship between light and shadow. Deep roof overhangs, recessed walls, pergolas, and carefully positioned openings can create changing patterns throughout the day. At night, architectural lighting can reveal these forms from a completely different perspective. Rather than illuminating every surface equally, designers may use concealed linear lighting, wall washing, step lighting, and carefully positioned spotlights to emphasize textures and geometry. The goal is not simply brightness, but atmosphere. This demonstrates a broader architectural lesson. Lighting should support the building's structure and material character rather than compete with it. Modern luxury increasingly includes environmental responsibility. A prestige residence can be visually impressive while also reducing energy consumption and improving long-term performance. Passive solar orientation, cross-ventilation, high-performance glazing, insulation, shading devices, rainwater management, solar energy, and efficient mechanical systems can all contribute to a more sustainable home. Landscape design can also reduce heat gain. and improve the microclimate around the building. Importantly, sustainability does not have to compromise elegance. In many cases, environmentally responsible strategies actually improve architectural quality by encouraging better orientation, stronger connections to nature, and more thoughtful material choices. The future of luxury architecture is therefore likely to be both beautiful and responsible. Smart home technology has become increasingly important in modern luxury residences, but the best systems are often nearly invisible. Automated lighting, climate control, security, curtains, entertainment systems, and shading devices can be integrated into the architecture without creating visual distractions. Sensors and centralized controls can improve comfort while reducing energy consumption. However, technology should support the architecture rather than dominate it. A minimalist home benefits when switches, speakers, screens, and equipment are carefully coordinated with walls and furniture. This approach creates a sophisticated environment where technology feels natural rather than obvious. True modern luxury is therefore not about displaying technology, but about using it intelligently to improve everyday living. Prestige homes must balance openness with privacy. Large glass walls can create spectacular views, but without proper planning, they may expose residents to neighbors or surrounding streets. Architects address this challenge through strategic orientation, landscaping, screening walls, courtyards, louvers, and carefully positioned openings. Public areas can face impressive views, while bedrooms and private spaces may be oriented toward protected gardens. This creates different layers of privacy throughout the residence. Comfort also depends on acoustics, temperature control, ventilation, and circulation. A truly luxurious house should therefore feel impressive to visitors, but deeply comfortable for the people who live there. Architectural beauty becomes meaningful when it supports privacy, security, and well-being. Architectural trends change rapidly, but timeless design can remain attractive for decades. Minimalist luxury has the potential to achieve longevity because it emphasizes proportion, material quality, natural light, and functional clarity rather than temporary decoration. This does not mean every minimalist house must look identical. Instead, timeless architecture adapts contemporary ideas while maintaining fundamental principles of balance and human comfort. Choosing durable materials and flexible spaces can also help a home remain relevant as lifestyles evolve. For homeowners and architects, this is an important lesson. The most valuable design is not necessarily the most fashionable design today. It is the design that continues to feel appropriate, beautiful, and useful tomorrow. Minimalist luxury house design ultimately teaches us that true prestige is created through thoughtful architecture rather than excess. From carefully proportioned volumes and elegant entrances to natural materials, intelligent storage, dramatic lighting, sustainable systems, and seamless connections with nature, every decision contributes to the experience of the home. The most inspiring prestige residences are not simply impressive objects. They are carefully designed environments that support the way people live, relax, connect, and dream. As modern architecture continues to evolve, simplicity will remain powerful because it allows quality, craftsmanship, light, space, and nature to take center stage. That is the real beauty of minimalist luxury. Less visual noise, more meaningful living, and a home designed to inspire for generations.